We're a stone's throw from London Bridge, and tonight we're staying at the Lalit Hotel. As far as I'm aware, this is the only 5-star Indian hotel in all of London. So let's go and have a look. Before it became the Lalit London, this building lived a very different life. It was once St Olave's Grammar School, founded all the way back in 1571, educating generations of Londoners for 400 years. After closing as a school in the 1960s, it stood quietly for years until it was carefully restored and transformed by the Lalit Group into the luxury hotel it is today. So, as I'm walking in now, I'm not just entering a hotel, I'm stepping into a place layered with centuries of history, stories and footsteps, all repurposed for the modern traveller. Well, already you can feel that this is a really high class hotel. Everything is clean, absolutely perfectly painted and decorated, and got these, even down to these little rugs on the floor. And I've seen these all over the building so far. So already you can clearly see that there's lots of nods to its Indian heritage. Let's go and have a look in our room, see what we've got. See, the doors feel really heavy in here. So it's good security. And we're here in room 202. So the first thing you've got, and when you walk in the door, you've got this full-length mirror. Absolutely gorgeous, that is. You've got some framed. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say it's Indian silk. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna say it's Indian silk. You've got a nice desk and a chair, somewhere to work, a little bin. You've got your requisite fire escape plan on the door. And you've got this absolutely stunning bed. This bed is huge. It's massive. And it's really quite beautiful. The way it's been, the detail in all this, in the headboard, is something else. And you've got a little sofa at the end here, and a table. If you wanted to sit and watch TV rather than lay in bed and watch TV, just looking at these curtains, and they appear to match the bedspread in terms of style, and also the headboard. You can see it's that, I don't know what that is, maybe a peacock feather type. I'm guessing that's a peacock feather because there are 2 big peacocks on there, so well done, Paul. Well deducted. I should have been a detective, shouldn't I? So we've got an espresso machine and 4 coffees. We've got a normal kettle. We've got some normal coffees and teas and hot chocolate. Look at that. Teas, hot chocolate, milk, various sugars. We've got a few little biscuits. There you go. There's the bathroom. 2 ropes, lovely, and a phone. Now, look at this. It'll take me a month of Sundays to work out how to use this, if I'm totally honest. It's not exactly folded in a triangle, but there to go. So we'll give them points for that. And we've got some cloths there, some flannels in kit, and we've got a shaving kit, a dental kit, another dental kit, and some sanitary bags. I need a little shave as it goes. I need to shave my head as well. But yeah, I love these things. And another really lovely mirror. In style, I have to say. Looks a little bit grotty as well. Various smelly stuff. There's your door. Oh, I like this. There's your floor towel there. Well, one of the things I didn't mention just now was I was looking at the information they gave me when I checked in, and it says on it that everything in the mini bar is complimentary. So let's have a look. So you've got your coffees and all that business, which I've already showed you. And here's your fridge, and that is the sandwich that I made, because I always like to come prepared a little bit at least, just in case I can't get anything to eat, because I've been caught out too many times over the years. And so we've got 4 soft drinks, 2 big bottles of water, they're complimentary, that's very nice. And over this side, got some glasses and a couple of bags of crisps, which is, well, that's more than welcome. You know, it's free, it's complimentary, so don't knock it. Over here, you've got another one of these framed silks, which are really beautiful. They do look really lovely. I don't know if they're a particular, if they've got any connection with the hotel or not. There's all these lovely little pieces of art all around the place, and as I've said before, these doors feel very heavy, very secure. I have to keep getting my key card out to let myself in and out of the corridors. Now we're in room 202, which is one of the classrooms. It's a senior classroom apparently. Let's go down and have a look in the bar. I love this lift. It's really nice. We're going to go down to the ground. Beautiful parquet floor and more stunning mirrors. Now the reason I've come up here is to go into this gallery. How about this? And it's got, I have to keep talking now because they're playing music, so I don't want to get done for a copyright. But this is absolutely stunning. Look at this. Look at that, it's one of the most beautiful chandeliers I've ever seen. There's lots of people having dinner just now. And I really love these lampshades. They're absolutely brilliant. Take a little seat now. I'll just have a look at this menu. High chai, the Lalit high chai, Indian afternoon tea. Oh, let's have a look. Well, it all looks absolutely lovely, but I'm not particularly hungry right now, so no food for me, no high chai for me. But I'm just going to sit here in this bar for a little while because, or on this gallery, because it's absolutely stunning. It's very warm as well, I have to say. I've got to be honest, it's very, very warm. But the ceiling is so high. Let's have another look at this. And just everywhere you go, it just looks exquisite. You know, the woodwork, the panelling. You know, this is expensive. This stuff doesn't come cheap. And it's in really good form. You just want to explore. You just want to go and look at everywhere. Even the tiles on the floor look posh. The floor of the lift. Beautiful, beautiful tiled, wood tiled floor here. It's absolutely stunning. I'm not an expert on what makes a hotel successful, but I am an expert on what I like. And this I like. Right, so I'm back in the room after going and having a little look, try and get a feel of the place. And I've got to just take my shoes off and get on that bed because, you know, it's looking too inviting. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is a comfortable bed. Now, you can't really tell whether a bed's comfortable or not until you've slept on it all night. You know, you wake up in the morning and then you know. But just laying on that, it's like laying on a cloud. It's so, how can I put it? It's so full of softness. Does that make sense? It's so full of softness. And look what I've just spotted. Now, that is attention to detail. I am soft and I am firm. So you even get a choice of pillows. You know, if you like a firm pillow, you choose firm. If you like soft, you choose soft. I mean, this place this place is bang on, mate. There's a shard going for it. Well, it was just now. It stopped doing it now, but just now it looked like it was going absolutely crazy. Well, that's a shame that that's sort of been left like that. I mean, it's not, for me, it's not a deal breaker. I think if you were a high roller and you paid a ton of money for this room, then you might have reason to complain. But for me, that's nothing. Also, again, I'm noticing, you know, a lack of grouting and tiling finesse around some of the fixtures and fittings. I had that the other week in the Premier Inn, and it was one of the few things that I'm not going to say ruined it for me, but it did spoil it a little bit because you just thought it's that attention to detail that you're looking for. My phone keeps ringing. It's the front desk, and every time I pick it up, they hang up. Let's see what happens. Hello. Oh, it's lovely. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye bye. Right. Well, that was reception. Checking if everything was okay in the room. Now, I can't remember the last time that happened. I mean, maybe I need to up my game in the places I stay. But yeah, I mean, people always, they'll say when you leave, they'll say, "Did you have a nice stay? Was everything okay?" But I've never had that. Somebody phoning up while you're in the room and say, you know, is everything fine? That's really nice. So again, it's a nice touch. So as well as a complimentary mini bar, I've just received a voucher. Or I've just spotted that I've got a voucher which gives you buy one get one free in the bar, and it'll give you 15% off a meal in the restaurant, the Pan Indian restaurant, and it'll give you 15% off spa treatments as well. So let's give these curtains a pull, shall we? Big, strong, heavy blackout curtains here. I mean, these are big, strong, heavy blackout curtains. Now, I don't know if I'm imagining things, but I feel like these chairs are different. They look very similar, but I think they're different. And you know, as I said recently in the, I think it was the Premier Inn film that I made. I like things to match. I like it when things match, because otherwise you get that feeling that it's all just been bought off off eBay or something, just to try and match something closely. And you know, you want it to match perfectly. You want it to be all the same. Now, I'm sure this is the same as the other side, but I want to just show you this because I love stuff like this. Ready? How's that for a soft close? It's funny the things that you know that you like. Now look at these cupboard doors. I've just noticed on these cupboard doors. Look at that sort of. It's like a copper or a brass inlay, which makes them look really stylish. I really like that. 3 doors, 2 lots of hanging space. Hanging space there. They all light up. You've got your safe. You've got slightly smaller hanging space. Got a murder hatch at the top there that by the curb would be all crazy about. If you ever watch him, you'll know what I mean. And yeah. Now I didn't eat in the restaurant just now because I've kind of already eaten. I've had enough. I don't need to go and spend 50 quid on a meal. But I will be going down there tomorrow morning for breakfast. So I'll try and take some footage of it down there and see what the breakfast's like. I've heard mixed reviews, if I'm honest. I've heard some good reviews and some not so good reviews. So we'll see how it goes. Now I was just looking at the hangers and stuff in here. And what I've noticed is there's no branding. Now, I know other channels make a bit of a thing about branding being on point or not on point. And what I've noticed is in this room there's pretty much no branding at all on anything. Now, I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing, and I'm sure companies have their own reasons for doing that, but yeah, there's nothing on anything. Not even on these robes. There's no insignia or anything like that. As some other hotel reviewers might say, their branding isn't on point. There are some chips in the paintwork and the plaster work and stuff like that. But unless you're staying at the Ritz, I don't know what you're going to expect. It's a working hotel, so to speak. So people are going to be staying here all the time. It takes time to. Well, it doesn't take forever, but you imagine if you've got every time there's a chip on a wall or a bit of paint or a scuff, you've got to go and fix that. That takes time. I know in my own job when we have to do repairs like that, running repairs. You have to give a certain amount of hours for plaster to go off or paint to dry or X, Y, Z. So, I don't hold that against places too much, but I know some people do. I suppose it depends how much you're paying for a place, really. Well, I've decided to treat myself to a complimentary Diet Coke in bed. Cheers. Right, so before I get comfortable for the night, I need to do the all-important bed test. So let's have a look. Let's move this out of the way first. This big old boy. Now, I will say this. I've just checked these 2 pillows, and although they say I am firm and I am soft, they are all exactly the same. Let's have a look. That is in every way spotless. It looks clean, it feels clean, if that's the thing. This duvet it's so thick. I mean, you could survive the Arctic in that. Now the pillows are a different story, although this one says I am firm, it really isn't. And this one says I am soft. Oh, hang on, what's this? Oh, what's that? I don't know if you can see that there. Yeah, there's a bit of a stain there on that pillow, which is unfortunate. But no end of hair. A couple of hairs, a few hairs. Fortunately, I don't like soft pillows. That's unfortunate. Well, that is a bit of a shame because there's a few hairs on those pillows. You know, you always think to yourself, benefit of the doubt, and you know, it's only a hair or this, that, the other. You know, things get missed, but it just makes you feel like, don't know. Anyway, fortunately, the hair was on the soft pillows, which I don't use anyway. So, you know, we'll just put them out of the way somewhere and stick to the firm ones. We'll be fine. So I'm laying in bed and I've just eaten my body weight in chocolate munchies, and I'm watching this channel where this guy's doing he's doing a hotel review the same as this, and he's staying in room 202, and I'm staying in room 202. Very strange. Well, I'm not going to lie, that was a really good night's sleep. This bed certainly lived up to its expectations. We'll go and have some breakfast. That sausage is really hot. So we're just back from breakfast. It was really, really nice. The one thing I would say with the breakfast is the scrambled eggs needed to be cooked for another 30 seconds maybe. They were just that little bit too runny for my liking. But yeah, they were still very nice, as was the rest of the breakfast. But what really made the breakfast work was the venue, the setting. That room and the ceiling, just unbelievable. I mean, I couldn't stop taking pictures of it because I don't know, maybe it's me. I've got a bit of a thing for architecture, but and design, which kind of came to me later in life. It's a bit of a shock, but yeah, things like that sort of take your breath away. Yeah, so 10 out of 10 for the breakfast. So what do I make of the Lalit in London? Internally, the building is absolutely stunning. I mean, there's so much attention to detail from the ceilings and the panel work and the bars. Yeah, the staff are incredibly friendly, incredibly nice, welcoming. Literally the only thing that's let it down is a couple of bits of maintenance that, chipped paint, maybe a slightly dirty sink, that sort of thing. But overall, would I call it a 5-star hotel? I don't know if I'd call it 5, but it's definitely a 4, maybe 4.5. It's just that little bit off, and like I say, that little bit is just attention to detail. But I've had a great stay, really lovely time, and yeah, I'd come here again, definitely.
Till next time, take care.